This is my second video covering just basic mission things. I'm actually just going to do a bit of a distinction on this. I try to make this about 15 minutes. This is just going to be me going just back and forth doing missions over and over again. I know it doesn't sound too terribly interesting, just to get a bit more of a game perspective of doing missions. That's real quick, just to show you guys how it goes a little bit more. And in addition to that, other than the next video is going to cover outfitting and the like. So actually, what we're going to do is I'm actually right back where I left off at the end of the last video. What I'm just going to do is quick start with services, and this will be less of a tutorial than the first one. The one I just did. It's just going to be a bit more of just showing you the ropes, and I guess the best way to show somebody something is just to do it. So let's see. I want to see if there's any missions here, and there are no missions here at Walkers. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the problem with having a such light year range is that you really can't go too far if you use technical. But let's see if I can try this. The galaxy map. See if I can fly around to this area. What is the mission for this case? Let's see. So back. So I'd be going to open galaxy map. Okay, let's just I'm just gonna accept this because I'm not sure if I can get over there with this range on the jump range. I'm just gonna go and navigate contact, code variable, galaxy map. Let's see, can I get here? Yes, I can. Okay, so it looks like I just took a particular mission to go deliver some information. So what I'm actually just going to do is I got about 4 jumps left, and that's actually a pretty good thing. I'm just going to go ahead, go to auto launch. We're gonna launch. We'll flip us around. We'll launch, and then we'll get on our way with that. Also, just giving a question: if anybody happens to know a better game video recording software besides the standard NVIDIA GeForce Experience, and a decent free video editor besides Blender and Shotcut that makes the editing of these videos a little easier, I'd like you just if you wouldn't mind, tell me in the comments. Thank you. If you hear fans in the background, because I have a Dell, and it's a Dell, so yeah, it overheats a lot. I just think I do need to clean the fans out. I do need to clean the fans out. Yeah. Anyway, I do need to clean the fans out, so I'll do that later. Right. Okay, so we are good to go. So what we're gonna do is just like last time. I'm gonna go up. Then I'm aiming for 15-minute videos, really am, but it's kind of hard with how this stuff is because I know 20-second video is a different issue. So it's like with mass lock, what we're going to do is you can hit the tab key to boost, so W and S and A and D. W forward, S is backwards, A is left, D is right, R is up, F is down. So you're going to just press W and tab. And if you get this boost fail with insufficient engine capacity, you can always allocate more pips to engines and you can boost. Sometimes. There we go. Yeah. And you can boost once that capacity is full. And you just go with RST icon, reset the pips. So, okay, let's get this mission. So what we're going to do, we're going to hit the J key. It's going to tell us it's an energy system. And we'll clean this is a system as usual. Just going to shut up. And a red Dark Star is scoopable. I do have a field scoop. Again, I will talk about how I got that and how to get that. So it seems the station you guys start the focus stock right outside the nuclear area has some pretty decent stuff to do, some pretty decent outfitting. So I'll get checked into that later. Right now, I'm not going to bother. And if you ever see this, it says last main sequence starter on the designated route before fuel supply is off. So essentially what that's saying is on your route, there will be no more stars that you can scoop from after that. But that's actually not going to be too much of an issue because we should be good on fuel, and especially with the fuel scoop. So we're going to jump to that system. once you get a you can also buy a bigger fuel tank, but that's more for the outfitting section of things, and I'll get into that next video. This is just gonna be maybe my missions back and forth, and then I think and the next video will cover. I think specifically using the credits we made about 50,000 so far, outfitting several outfitting sites. Outfitting sites. Not sure how I'm gonna cover those stuff, but outfitting sites, and etc. So yeah, if you haven't already figured out, one of the really dangerous is this is not really is a lot of doing the same repetitive action over and over again. The thing is, the background of the game is absolutely beautiful, but you end up doing the same thing over there. Whether that's mining, or whether that's combat, or whether that's trading, or just running delivery missions and other missions that we try doing win missions. It may seem boring, but there's actually there's a decent amount of the mission types are generally the same, but the situations you can run into can actually be pretty interesting. And there is other stuff to do besides these missions. It's just early on you really want to focus on getting credits, making sure you have to get out of the sidewinder, and then paying for rebuy, etc. Bit of a lag there. And I also am playing in solo play. Which is a game mode where you just don't encounter any commanders. I'm only actually doing that for the purpose of this tutorial series. Normally I play in open play, which is you can encounter other commanders, but unless you're at popular systems like DCAT, the Founders World, etc., then or a community goal system, you will most likely not run into other people. So. There's also private group, and then there's open play, private group. Yeah, there's open play, solo, and private group. So private group is you can join a private group of friends and just only encounter those people. And solo it's just you, no commanders. You can still chat with them on the same system, but you just interact with NPCs. Open play is that's weird. Open play is where you can run into other commanders and you can be destroyed by other commanders as well. That's something to keep in mind. There are several good guides on how to do that. I would publish one, but even my combat skills aren't terribly the best. So, okay. So first off, we have a mission update. So a quick button says 2, and there's a delivery bonus, and I have 4 minutes to get there. So you get a 40,000 credit delivery bonus if you get there within the time specified. So I have 4 minutes left. So that's an optional delivery bonus. We're going to go target local contact channel, target the system. Let's see if we can get here. So last time I used Super Cruise Assist. This time for the purpose of this, I'm actually not going to. So since we're relatively close to the station, about 80 light seconds out, what we're actually going to do is keep within the blue zone. And we're just going to keep approaching. Then you will slow down as you approach any gravitational body. You will slow down any item that in this game that has mass, has gravity. Even first small, I think. Might be wrong on that one. Series first or third. I'm pretty sure it's first. But anyway. Maybe it's second. It's one of Newton's laws. But anyway. So what we're going to do, you just want to keep it with the blue zone. And you want to have the, you really want to have the station. Okay, that was not what I was expecting. So, looks like we got interrupted here. So, this is an interdiction. In this game, you have people who can be pulled out of Super Cruise, and the best way to avoid that is to play the interdiction minigame. So, what you're going to want to do is you want to keep this little blue area right on here on the escape vector. You want to put all pips into engines while being interdicted, so that way you aren't interdicted. That way you won't get interdicted. So, there was the red thing, which is essentially what that was. If that red goes away, you get pulled out of Super Cruise, and you get pulled into space with the person who interdicted you is, and you're gonna either want to fight them or run away. If you don't like just say run away, but the best way to avoid it is to just keep your little reticle alive with the escape vector, and that way you can I can't talk that. And essentially that way you can and that way you'll be able to escape while getting pulled out of Super Cruise. So you can see it's just slow down. So it's a bit misleading when it says slow down, because it doesn't mean you stop going. It does mean you not go as fast, but it also means you're coming towards something that does not have the same gravity issue. That is not moving with the speed yours. You technically have to slow down. So going for Super Cruise, you always just press J, disengage, or if you're jumping to a system. So it's press J, you jump to another system. Press J to engage Super Cruise, and press J to disengage once you get out of Super Cruise. So one thing about 1.00 megameters of your station, and you'll be able to jump out, and then you can go as close as like 100 kilometers to be able to jump out as well. So you just want to make sure you're pulling at the station. So now we're back. This is what we're supposed to deliver the item. This is an outpost. There are multiple types. Outpost can only take two types of pads. Small pad, which is a side launcher. Small landing pad, which is sideline will easily fit on. And then a one medium-sized pad. This case we can request docking. Okay, so last time I did show you guys how to. I said I was going to talk about regular docking. However, what we're going to do is I was going to use auto dock. I'm just going to show you guys regular docking. What we're going to do is we're looking for landing pad 1. We're just going to keep going, accelerating forward. Press 6 to make sure you have the landing pad targeted. And then you want to follow the reticle here. And yes, I've played this game for a while, but so what we're going to do is we're going to slow down. Yeah, no, there we go. Okay, we're going to slow down. Going backwards now. It's not that funny. Going backwards. Yeah. So slow down. You're going to press 1 to go up. And then eventually you want to align with the pad, which I think is actually right there. And you'll see it. So there will be it'll say the pad number here. What we're going to do is, yeah. And just giving advice, you guys, there will be, you're crashing to these pads a lot. It takes a while to learn how to dock. Some people do it better than others. It took me quite a while. What we're going to do is when I go towards the pad, and actually I'm just going to, sorry, I'm fighting the auto dock here. I got another mission to delete. Yeah, okay, no, sorry, no, fighting it. Let me just turn off auto dock. Okay, sorry, turn it off, okay. Turn it off, it's kind of annoying. So what we're going to do is we're going to align to the pad. So we want to use the R key, go up. And, okay. So we use the R key, go up, and that's the pad right there. So what we're actually going to do is, we're just going to press W, we're going to go forward. Okay. So this is the pad. So you always want to deploy your landing gears. Press the L key to deploy your landing gear. And then you can also increase the bright. You can turn your ship lights with the Alt key. Might be bound differently on your settings. And then and you also have night vision you can bind to which I have bound to the backspace key. You guys want to check your settings to see which one is better, to see what it's bound to and be binding accordingly. So what we're going to do, you see that little arrow triangle thing right there? You actually want to flip around. So what we're going to do is we're just going to press the D key, and we're going to slowly turn around. Because you want to be facing that way with the ship toward the thing. So what we're going to do, turn night vision, slowly turn around. You can see the planet down that way. And then you also, to move, you might want to be going forward. Yeah. This reminds me of my first time docking. Yeah, it was definitely not fun. It definitely did say a few things when yeah. So and you can also, this is where the Q and E keys come in. You can use them. So you press Q, you can yaw to the right. And that will get you aligned with the area. And then yeah, there we go. Okay, so right now, as you can see, right by the little bridge, I'm not sure what you call it, the little triangle thing is right down there. And so what we're going to do is your right over the path, make sure you're landing your support, just press the F key and just go straight down. Okay. Okay, so straight down. So when you get close enough to the pad, you will see this. This is your little docking thingy. It has a name. It's not called docking thingy. I just don't know what it is. I just try to call it docking thingy. So what you want to do is that little red dot is your ship. It depends. It's position your ship. What you always want to do, you just want to press the W key. You want to go forward, and you generally want to be in the blue circle. This little blue circle here. That way you can land. And it's notice you only have 10 minutes to land. Like for if you after you have that 10 minutes, and you will get blown up after. Yeah, so you land and you will get blown up. Well, okay, I should. Yeah. If you're here after the time you have designated for landing, the station will blow you up. It's the same thing if you're here after the time you're designated for docking, the station will blow you up as well. So now that we're back at the station, first we're going to do is, since we did make some credits last time, we should have a spare balance, about 50 credits, 50,000 credits, like 6,000, something like that. And we fill the station, we fill the ship, and once you repaired, then outposts most likely don't have outfitting. Some do, some don't. You can use anar.cc, check it out, and there'll be a link to that site description. You go just like last time, go to Starport Services, go to Mission Board, and go to Courage Upgradable Complete. Then so you can get skimmer components, which you can sell the maybe engineering material as well. I'm not sure, but you can influence. But you want to go for the 43,541 credit reward. It also gives you a little bit of rep and a little bit of influence as well. Combines this choose reward. Okay. Click button says choose its reward, and that will be that. So essentially, you can stack missions to go back and forth. I can do. I should also note something else. This is an Empire Corporation with a little icon here, I would say. So doing missions for this faction will lead you up with the Empire, and you will get with the Imperials and the Empire, and you will get access to their ships, etc., etc. Just clarify, it's not the Empire from Star Wars. There's not a lot of TIE fighters, Star Wars, etc., etc. Okay, so generally, I'm actually not sure how long this video is right now. I'm not sure if I want to call it here or if I want to just do more. I think I'm actually just going to. I think I'm gonna do one more. I'll do one more, and then just to make some more credits. So you are okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna do one more. Check out that mission. There's some interest. You can always just go back to Universal Photography if you want some more credits. Then yeah, you can sell the page or the system you've been to, make it a couple eight. So it's always good to generate extra income, especially pay for free run service, etc., etc. Let's go to the. Since I've done this before, I'm just not gonna get this galaxy map. And then the thing with the little blue icon is the system you're going to. Okay. If you're gonna go that way, we're just going to actually it's what I'm actually gonna do. I'm gonna get rid of all the launch. And I'm just gonna turn it off. You can go into press 4, go over to the ship tab, and then you can turn auto dock. You can turn them on or off. Keep fire assist on for right now. It's very useful for combat. So it's useful to having off combat, but it takes a lot of practice. That's like a kind of a later on thing. Just wanted to point out that I did that if you complete enough missions, you will get web change. We're just gonna hit launch. I'll talk about it later. Hit launch. Get web change. You can press 2, and you can see it here. And then depending on it, sometimes mission will up you up, and sometimes mission will decrease you up. This will increase your rep. So the more rep you get, the more money you make, and the more making it easier to upgrade. So what we're going to do is now that we're undocked, we're going to press L. That will release our landing gear. We're going to press R. We're just going to go straight up. Up my way. Let's see what man says. I'm going to go straight up. Okay. So once you're up, we're going to press W. We're going to go forward. And then we're going to tilt the cursor down, and we're going to move with the tilt the cursor down a little bit, and then move with the D key until we come right into the line with the system. So what we're going to do, then we just press J, and we're still mass locked, so we just pips an engine. I'm just going to boost to get away from the station. I think I'm close enough. About 5 climbing, maybe a little further out. Okay. So not mass lock anymore, and we're full and fuel. We're just going to jump back. I'm just going to jump. I'm not really going to say anything for a period of time. And actually, when I edit this video, I might actually cut it out. So Sorry, apologize. Again, I don't have the sound up because I am. Okay, yeah, because I am. Uh, because I'm trying not trying to, but since I'm actually not really talking, I can put the sound forward. Yeah, I have it way. I have it music way down, so I'm just gonna leave it off right now. Once I figure out the correct way, I'll put the sound to it. So yeah, this is essentially what this is, at least for the Groovy missions. You're going to be given back and forth between the systems. If you want to make the most correct, best to stack missions, beware of chain interdiction cell, which is multiple NPCs which are going to pull your super crews, and depending on the rank of the mission, they can be very well engineered and they can destroy you. So the best thing to do is just run, especially if you're in a Sidewinder, because unless you're really good at combat, you know, some of you might be, and you have great weapons, I don't think much really though. It's best to just run if you lose the interdiction. So, if I had any music, I'd play in the background over this, but still couldn't feel. So, oh, that's kind of wondering. Didn't you guys ever play The Last of Us or The Last of Us Part 2? Just wondering if you guys will be, if you guys are playing The Last of Us Part 2, especially with the leaks. The Last of Us Part 2. So. If you're playing The Last of Us Part 2, I'd like to. I would just out of curiosity, because I have never actually played The Last of Us, but I did watch a gameplay video of it. I don't like the gameplay of the game, but the story of the game is actually better than the seems. It seems pretty good. So if you guys do happen to play The Last of Us 2, I do kind of ask what you guys would think of the game. I'm not on PS4, so I can't, or PS5, or whatever it is these days, so I can't stream it. But I don't think it's on Steam. It's since the PlayStation exclusion, I won't play it because I don't have PlayStation, and then I couldn't, probably would be able to afford it anyway. But yeah, so jumping. A lot of this you can come back and forth. When I get into outfitting, I'll talk about you can cut the jumps in half with bigger jump range. Like even a 14 light year jump range will cut down the travel time between places to get where you're going. So, okay. So we got a mission update. Let's take a look. You got a time bonus of 32 minutes. Nice. That's pretty good. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fly to the area and go to the Hugging Park. Speaking of hugging, there's actually a place in Elite Dangerous called Hugging Orbital. It's kind of a joke, not really. The running joke is that there are free anacondas at Hugging Orbital. It's funny, but not really. First off, if any of you guys get told that there are no free anacondas at Hugging Orbital, it's kind of like a rite of passage because it's a how far is it about? It's an hour and a half ride to Super Cruise. So to go over there. So just if you ever hear that there's no free anacondas, or you might be able to hop on a free FC over there though if you don't want to make the hour and a half Super Cruise come. So just with Super Cruise, just for the last time, you just want to keep within the blue zone. Well, once you through it now, you can go a little faster and slow down accordingly, and then just keep your target in line and look at that info on the panel as well. You can also target ships along the way too. This is a good way to look at engineering materials. Yeah. So if a ship is one, you can destroy it, and then you can get credits for it, which I'll get. That's combat. I'll get that later. Then sorry, I target the wrong thing, so just lock the target. So yeah, a distance in league are measured in light seconds and megameters and light years. Light years are the distance between systems. Light seconds are the distance between bodies in the same system, and the megameters is also no distance, but it's just when you get really close to an optimal system. It will be measured in megameters, which is lowercase capital M, lowercase m, instead of yeah. I will be putting out. I'll be putting maybe about probably about 2 more videos for link dangers out this week, just to cover the fact that there's just usually when normally do that, it's just because of the fact with Elite, there's a decent amount of basic stuff that I need to cover before I can really get into more of the advanced stuff, especially outfitting. And yeah, that can be a pain even at the best of times. And that is a gas giant. And all these items like gas giants and black holes, you can interact. You can crash with black holes, you can crash with gas giant. You can't land on a gas giant, you can't land on atmospheric planets, but but you can land on non-atmospheric planets if you have Horizon DLC. If you don't have a Horizon DLC, you will not be able to land on non-atmospheric planets. And again, this is what we're talking about, interdictions. So, you want to see if there's an escape vector here. You want to keep the red bar from going up. This guy's getting a little more trouble than usual. You want to keep it. I'm not the best at this minigame, but usually I don't fail it. You want to use the A and D keys to move around along with moving your cursor around as well. You want to keep track with the escape vector, because that will allow you to escape from interdictions frequently and relatively easily. And it also has the unintended effect of dropping out the person who is interdicting you into another thing that we're going to do. So, yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do, within 1.1 megameters, we're just going to drop out. And welcome back. We're in another station. It's another type of outpost. Oh, actually, I really did want to know something else, though. You can see what services a outpost has by going to system map, and then this is gas giant station. And yeah, I was actually just over here last time. Kind of funny actually. Sorry. Let me try this again. So go on system map, and then just go over to this outpost, and then on the system map, click on this little bar icon right here, and then it will give you click on the outpost, and then it will give you all the commodities that the station has. In this case, the facilities, faction, government, relationship, the docking facilities, contact facility, actuation. In this case, it has outfitting. That is weird. I'm gonna have to bookmark that. A lot of outposts don't have outfitting. So, anyway. So this has outfitting here. There are a few outposts that do have outfitting, but it's not very common to find ones with outfitting. So what we're going to do, we're going to come closer, we're going to dock, and we're still going the time bonus, so we can really take a rescue. I want to spend 30 minutes driving. Go ahead and dock. We're going to request docking. Okay. And with the more rep you get some protest like welcome back, or an ally like you is always welcome here, or something like that. So what we're going to do is with docking is I'm going to slow down. You want to orient your ship with the landing pad 2, which actually I think is that one, because since it's in the middle of the reticule. So what we're going to do, we're just going to go forward. And with docking, it will take a lot of practice. Well, at least it did for me. I'm not sure if it will take a lot of practice for you guys, but it takes a lot of practice. It's not really something you just scoff at. So yeah, and again, this video is just to be a compliment to the first video. More about mine, because that one just goes with a little bit more about missions. But that one just goes with the basics. And occasionally, I can't forget that you want to slow down, you want to go up, avoid the little hollow advertisements for the ship types. Keep going forward. I'm not sure. I'm actually on the right side? Yeah, on the right side. So I'm on the right side. You have about 8 minutes, 49 seconds to dock. What we're going to do, we're going to keep going. So if you don't go in with your landing gear deployed, what will happen is, I'm going to slow down for a bit. You get this. You get a message from station control, and then the people will tell you. And then your ship will tell you to put your landing gear down. So now here we're right by where we want to be. You always want to be facing this direction, toward the toward the place that has the more spinning things, and then we'll we want to be opposite direction of the one we face. What we're gonna do is press the A key. We're gonna move forward. So wrong key. Press the Q key. You go this way. And you wanna go just press W just a bit. Okay. You wanna press the F key just to go down. You want to roll yourself down slowly. Or, well, once you learn how to do this fast, you can just swim with the pad. But right now, just roll yourself down slowly, and voila, you're done. So, before we fuel the ship, we're going to starport services. And I'm going to go mission board. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and complete mission and click the reward. I guess there should be close to 60,000 credits. Yeah, so we got 84,000 credits because of the. Excuse me, a little bit of English. We got 84,000 credits because of the time bonus. So it's always nice to complete those if you can, and we did get a rep increase with the superpower, which I've already done some stuff for, and then the fact mode running for. Okay, and actually, so what we're gonna do, you can also refuel off from here too. So you can just refuel off from here. So actually, I'm going to call that a day for that video. This one was just designed to be, I don't know, just if you were in school and you would call it maybe something like supplemental learning or something like that. No matter what you want to call it, it's just designed to branch out what I was talking about earlier. I'm giving a little bit of mechanics. I'll talk about more in the third video. Okay, well, thank you for watching and have a good day. I will see you guys next time.